Here's a quick recording on assignment 1. You see over here in cell A1, I'm going to put a title, smokers and non-smokers. Put my S in there. And then we're going to go to data analysis, random number generator. And I'm going to just do one column at a time, smokers, so one variable. I'm going to have a sample size of 25. I want a normal distribution. That selection changes it, so I need to give it a mean. So I'm going to use 36.654. Standard deviation. In class we talked about the coefficient of variation being the standard deviation divided by the mean. You can convert it to a percent by multiplying it by 100. If I use a 10% coefficient of variation, CV, then 3.6 would be my standard deviation. 654 to be specific. No, 6654. And then we select our output range. Anytime we're talking about ranges, which is a range of cells, then we typically will see this little symbol here. It's like a miniature spreadsheet. So with the kind of a red arrow saying, oh, look at this part in the spreadsheet. Okay, so when we click there, it lets us choose our spot. I'm going to start it there in cell A2. $A, $2, that is a fixed reference. We'll always go to that one. And I click OK. Then I come here under non-smokers, and I want to do the same thing. But this time I'm going to decrease the mean. I'm not going to change numbers a lot. By 10 to the minus 1. And I need to change... I can just change it right here. I'm just going to change it to B2. I can type that in even. Right. And there we go. I've got my two treatment groups, smoker and non-smoker. Go to home here. I'll color those yellow. If I want, I can take my table and click here and put a border all the way around it. Now I want to do the average. I also just want it to be 2 decimal points to the right, to the hundredths. And here I will go to formulas because I want to put in my mean formula. So I just select average. And it automatically knows, you can see the range here, A2 to A26. It assumes I'm wanting to do something on all these cells above. But if you need to change it, click on the little square here, go and select it. This will have a different effect if you use the number 2. I actually have never used that. So just go ahead. And then here, do the same thing. Average, or I'm going to cancel this. Or I can just come here and copy. Right click, copy, target cell, right click, paste. And this is the, I'll just put AVG, the average. Now I want the standard deviation. So formula, STDEV. And it wants to take me all the way to 27, but I don't want 27, I just want 26. I don't want to include the average in the calculation of my standard deviation. There we go. Let me go home, touch that up to just 2.2 to the right, and then copied it, pasted it. This time I didn't do the right click, I used the menu up there. I never know when I'm going to do what, I guess. And that's the standard deviation. The standard error of the mean, SEM, is a standard deviation divided by n minus 1. Excuse me. Standard deviation divided by the square root of n minus 1. So here I'm going to put count. So if you noticed when I went to my formulas, your most frequently used ones show up there. Count isn't there now. Or you can search. So I want count. And again, put in my cell range. I can type it in here, 8 to 26. I know what it is, but anyway, I'm just showing you how you can get this. Copy, paste. These are relative cell references. Notice it's no $sign for the number or the letter. So when I paste it, it knows to go look in the same range of cells, but in this new column, along the same rows. So that's my N. So now we have an equal sign, standard error of the mean equals, I'm going to do an open parentheses, equals the standard deviation, close parentheses, divided by, see the divided by sign there. Now I want to open parentheses, square root, so I'm just going to type it in, SQRT, square root, open parentheses. I need to get my N. Just clicked on the cell there, A30, minus 1, close parentheses for my numerator. Hit enter, and I've got the standard error of the mean. Let's touch it up. You may want this 3, but anyway, I'm sticking with the 2. Now what we want to do is graph our averages. I'm going to save this. I forgot to save it. Sorry. Save as smokers. And that's saved as an Excel file. So now I'm going to just highlight my averages. Go to Insert, Column. And I'm going kind of fast in this because I only get 15 minutes of recording, but you can stop it and replay it. Click that. Now what I want to do is grab this and move it over here. We're going to do a report in the end, so we want this to fit all on one page. Now we click on our column, and we go up here. We see for when our graph is active, we've clicked on our graph. We have Design, Layout, and Format. Under Layout, I can do error bars. Come down to More Error Bars Options, and then note we got both up and down. I'm going to do Custom, Specify Value. Now that I've already calculated the standard error of the mean, I'm going to put standard error of the mean on here, but you could do standard deviation as well. Then I click back here. Now I click this to select the downward swing, and it's the exact same numbers. I click OK, and then I close, click over here, and we can see what we've got. Now what I can do is I can right click on my chart, click on Select Data, and here I want to label I want to grab my labels for my columns, smokers and non-smokers, and click OK. I can go in here to Series. Oh, wait. I selected too many cells. Select Data, Edit. There we go. That looks better. But you saw if you select multiple cells, it'll break up your x-axis that way too. Then here under Series, I'm going to just type in biomarker levels smokers. Okay, click OK. Then here with this active, I can go to Layout, Legend, and select None, and it got rid of that one over there. And you can play around with the rest of this, setting your axes and stuff like that. Okay, so we got a nice separation. I made it. I set my mean and standard deviation to have these nice tight error bars and a big difference between my groups. Now what I want to do is go to Data. I want to have the computer calculate the descriptive statistics. So Descriptive Statistics under Data Analysis. It wants you to select your input range. They're organized by columns. Yes, that's what we have. So select my numbers. I'm going to get my headers too. Now when I come back over here, you see labels in the first rows. Okay, that's what we got. get my output range, and I'm going to put it right here. I don't want to put it where it's going to try to overwrite that. And then I'm just going to click all the rest of these so I get to see what all these things are. And there it is. Got a nice tight thing. So this is what I want to save as a PDF. So now I'm going to go to Page Layout, Orientation, Landscape. You see where my printer margins are. So I'm in good shape. Now I can do a File, Save As. And I'm going to save it as a PDF, and then this PDF is what you upload for your assignment. And save, and the PDF will open. So there's a nice little report. Now you should have put your name in a cell somewhere and finish this off so I would know what you did, and you didn't get room over here to put text to describe it. But for now, we just wanted to accomplish this. Okay.